afternoon, and or evening, fellow gamers. Today I'm just going to rant about the hellish Duomo boss fight and Valencia Part 2 as a whole, but before we get into the video, roll the intro! Okay, if you're not far enough into the game, or just suppressing the trauma that these weaponized My Little Ponies inflicted upon you, Duomo is known for being absolutely terrible because it just introduces you to the quote-unquote Dark Souls of MMO's Valencia Part 2. It just has a complete and utter disaster of a difficulty curve, and that's because of how wild its development was. Yeah, originally Valencia Part 2 was actually planned to be longer and actually use Mr. Krabs if the Krusty Krabs went bankrupt and he had to find... how do I say this? Alternatives. The boss of Team Rocket would actually be on your side, reuse, reduce, recycle, some of the million unused islands scattered throughout the Columbarium Skyway, I guess. But apparently the new management team decided to come in and pull all the funds out of Pirate101 and put it towards Wizard101, pretty much screwing over the whole development. Woo, yay! So pretty much because Wizard101 is the favorite child, we got tied together this chapter. Or book, however they classify this stuff. That the management team wanted to wrap up Pirate101 because they had absolutely no faith in it. Which is super good since they had to treat this project like it was a big assignment that they had to complete in a single day. But instead of being responsible for that problem, it's less like they were a procrastinating student and more like their teacher said the project was due in like a whole year, then changed it last second to be due tomorrow. At least the unicorns they made look very cool. Cool isn't a good word here. Let's search up for another one. Lukewarm? Okay, so at first I was going to say radical, because I know how kids these days speak, but I never knew the new hip lingo. I am so sorry for saying that. Uses lukewarm to describe this stuff. Even if it was going to mean cool's other meaning, it still wouldn't make sense, because cool means cool, not freaking lukewarm. Ignoring that tangent, I really wish we could have gotten another lukewarm buddy as a companion, especially because how they're basically the second coming of Scratch. Yeah, so apparently Duomo means church, which is definitely a thing everyone used to go to after doing this battle because they deal way too much damage. I mean, it's not as bad since they updated it. As a person with no friends, I think it's a lot easier to do this as a team, but it's still hard enough to be a boss in Wizard101. Wait, what? Okay, so I think there's some sort of, like, Valencia Pirate101 crossover or something like that. I don't know, I didn't research too far into it, because I'm still stuck in Crocotopia! Woo! Yeah! I love being stuck in the update that I want to come to Pirate101. Okay, just don't get sad with me. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore how slow I am in Crocotopia and just move on to some insightful things. Something I feel like they could do to make it a lot easier in the next update, which is something I prefer not to talk about, would probably make it a bit simpler for people who play on their own. So to do that, they could probably reduce like the stats of them and not make them absolutely annihilate you in one hit, and make more of them appear when more players are doing the battle. Other than that, I guess you could do something I really kind of wanted to see a lot in Pirate101, and that's pretty much just like having a battle where there's 10 of these opponents that come in, and I know that like creates a whole bunch of lag and all that stuff, and that's like not a good thing, especially considering how Pirate101 is sometimes. But yeah, even though it may be a lukewarm idea, I just don't think Pirate would actually introduce it. And that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about Duomo and Pirate. I really love Valencia Part 2 and everything it has to do and all that stuff, but it definitely has a lot of room for improvement. With that being said, I hope that this video made you, the viewer, happy, and also roll the outro.